Another day, another royal headline. So what's Meghan done now? Grab your popcorn, because this one's juicy. All right, here's what's blowing up online.
The Prince Harry horror show rolled into New York last night, and I say horror show for him because if he was ever worried about being the spare within the royal family, then just take a look at his face here as he arrived at the Time event where he was playing second fiddle as ever to his wife. That's the look on his face when he comes to the understanding that he's not going to get any special treatment now that he's simply a little bit of royal arm candy for Ms. Markle. Now, I'm going to come to what was quite simply a bat crazy interview in just a moment. Full of lies, full of distortions, full of a complete ignorance about the fact that this is a woman who has a catalogue of bullying complaints about her, and we'll get analysis from royal YouTube sensation according to Taz. But before we get there, it is just worth taking a look at some of the oddities of this New York appearance. So firstly, the outfit. The outfit, which was both a rip-off of Princess Diana and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, although some wags online argued that at least those two knew how to use an iron. Royal Wales said she did it better and her suit was ironed correctly. Then, the security madness. Despite proving that it was absolutely unnecessary to have this four-car motorcade just a couple of weeks ago at the theatre, pictures obtained by Page Six showed Harry, Meghan, and their bodyguards had 2 SUVs and 2 unmarked police vehicles.
Meghan Markle gave an interview about Archie and self-care. Innocent, right? But here's the kicker. Her interview dropped at the exact same time royal fans were flooded with posts about little Prince Louis's birthday. Coincidence or a classic case of royal shade?
Of course, this was all perfectly timed as well in order to steal the attention from Prince Louis. Do you remember those beautiful pictures that were released yesterday by Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and Prince William, showing the young lad turning 7 with his teeth out of his mouth? And it was lovely to see that, wasn't it? Oh, well, guess what? Meghan just totally coincidentally decided that within this interview she would reveal that Prince Archie, the royal who we never get to lay eyes on, has apparently also, or is just about to lose his teeth. So that's the setup, but let's get to the interview itself. And I have to say, the chief executive of Time magazine did an absolutely shocking job of proving that she was anything other than a fangirl, because the introduction to this interview set the tone of self-congratulations while ignoring the reality.
Okay, let's get straight to it. Meghan Markle, at a major New York event, randomly drops that Archie is about to lose his first tooth. And yeah, kids lose teeth, it's cute, it's normal. But when does she choose to share this detail? The exact same day Prince Louis's adorable 7th birthday photos drop. You cannot make this stuff up. We're talking about a kid we never see. Archie is practically a ghost royal. But suddenly he's headline material on the one day William and Kate's son is in the spotlight? Sorry, that's not parenting. That's PR warfare.
Okay, so in some ways this interview was actually going to be very interesting because you could tell right from the start it was Meghan who was driving the narrative, and she was going to paint a picture of her completely wacky world that didn't at all line up with the reality of what we know is going on. So just remember Harry's face. Just remember, actually, let's look at it once more. Harry's face arriving at that event when he has the realization of the fact that he is now a spare to a D-list actress. He is probably more unhappy than he has ever been in his life. But not if you listen to the top line of Meghan's confession. Watch.
I think confession for you today that I could very comfortably say is I'm the happiest that I've ever been. And that part, to have a partner and a husband who is just so supportive, and to have healthy kids that are so joyful in the freeness of their life and the safety of their life that we create for them. Of all the things that have happened in my life, I never would have imagined getting here at this point. I would feel just so happy and grateful, and I really do.
And get this, people are not letting it go. Social media is buzzing with claims that Meghan's got a pattern for these.
Well, let's see.
Ash, wow, where to begin? You go.
Honestly, there's so much just watching those few clips running around my brain at the moment. Of course she's happy. Of course she's absolutely at peak happiness, Dan. This is a woman that was being written out of Suits, that was running out of time in being able to get other acting roles. She had rental cars, she had a rental apartment. You know, time was not on her side anymore. She got with Harry. And fast forward, now she's on the Time 100 list. She's got a kids book out. She's had a couple of podcasts. I mean, she's now selling jam because it's her jam. I mean, everything that she's got, the 16-bathroom mansion, is all because she, at the right timing, with the right connections at Soho House, married, well, basically found Harry and got him to marry her. So, yeah, I mean, what woman wouldn't be elevated if that's your goal in life, to be a social climber or a gold digger? She won the lottery, Dan. No wonder she's sitting there happy.
The thing is, I just don't buy it. I think she is also actually deeply unhappy at the moment because it hasn't worked out the way that she hoped, which was going to be all of this glamour, all of this money, all of this power without having to do any work. And actually, the Royal News Network posted after seeing that part of the interview saying Meghan's confession to the Time 100 summit is that she's the happiest I've ever been. I feel like the more Prince Harry and Meghan keep saying that, the more miserable they are in reality. I guess the difference, Tash, between Meghan and Harry is that Meghan is a professional actress, not a particularly good one, but, you know, she knows how to turn on the tears, or she knows how to pretend to be happy, whereas Harry, he can't fake it. He can't fake his misery, his absolute horror. And I will say Meghan is a pretty good liar. Because like all of her interviews, and you know I just use that L word now, lies, lies, lies everywhere.
Yeah.
And I want to point out one of the main ones, Tash, and I'll get your reaction off the back. But this is when she claimed that she doesn't go online. You know, so all of this reaction to every little thing that she sees online on her Instagram page or in her favourite magazines, where does that come from? Well, apparently not from Meghan, because she doesn't look at it all. And folk like you and I, Tash, and people watching this, you know, what saddos, we're all just caught in the swirl.
Dan didn't hold back. And honestly, he's not wrong. This wasn't just weird, it was strategic. Or at the very least, totally tone deaf. And let's not ignore this moment. Harry's face says everything. He looked miserable, sidelined, and like he just realized he's permanently stuck as Meghan's royal accessory. If he ever thought leaving the monarchy would give him freedom, that dream died under those stage lights.
Accidental timing clashes. Remember when her Oprah interview aired while Prince Philip was in the hospital? Or her pregnancy news dropping on Princess Eugenie's big day? You can't make this stuff up. So, is this all just bad luck, or is Meghan playing 4D chess with the royal PR machine? Is she unfairly targeted, or are people onto something? Let me know what you think in the comments.
From royal rebel to handbag husband. That's the glow down of the decade. He wanted a new life. But this isn't new. This is just being the second fiddle all over again.
Oh, a lot of us. I mean, firstly, Tash, before we get to that, I'm just going to say it. Poor Archie. Archie so desperately needs to be in the UK with his cousins, because don't you just get the sense that Meghan is not going to be happy unless this prince ends up a non-binary with a tongue piercing and purple hair?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I've got no idea how obviously Archie and Lily are going to turn out. The fact that they don't seem to have any sort of normal childhood away from, I don't know, they're completely away from all of their family, all of their cousins. You don't see them anywhere doing anything with their parents at all. And obviously, Meghan always talks about being a mother is her priority as she goes to the theatre in New York, as Harry's off somewhere else. I mean,
what happened to that rule? What happened to that rule, by the way, Tash, that they were always going to leave one of them because they were such hands-on parents? Oh, that rule has gone out the window. That was just another lie. But I found that interview really interesting, though, because she is so clearly saying that her priority is Lily over Archie because she is a girl and not a boy.
You got
and
that
the
too.
raising of Archie is all about just ensuring that he's okay for women. It's a very, very odd way to raise a young boy. And it's why we have so much problem today with masculinity.
Of course, he's going to be brought up that everything's going to be toxic masculinity. He needs to be completely pussy whipped like his father is. I mean, he's going to grow up in that environment. Yeah, it's just everything to do with Meghan when she talks about the children. Nothing seems real. It doesn't seem like, I don't know, maybe it's a California thing. Maybe it's the sort of people that she's bringing them up with. Maybe it's all this word salad waffle that, you know, they all talk to each other. I mean, even when she talks to her friends, they all seem to be saying the same conversations. It's the same words. And it's going to be a very strange environment for the children in comparison if you compare them to what, say, the Prince and Princess of Wales children have grown up in. And I would say that they're growing up in a far more stable world. Healthy, happy children.
Totally.
Like you said, I mean, Prince Louis looks so happy with his little toothless grin and the video clip they shared. That's just a normal, healthy child that loves the outdoors, spending time with his family and his cousins. And you see all the other cousins as well interacting. But you only ever see the backs or arms or a limb of Archie and Lily, and they're always around adults, never ever playing with other children. So whenever she mentions the children, it just, I don't know, nothing ever seems to ring true.
And hey, stick around for more royal drama because you know there's never a dull moment.